What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is going to be your review for Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 4, Episode 3. So listen, we start this episode off. The fellas are down at Black, having a little, smoking up on a stick and talking some trash and doing what they do. And Maurice is still trying to get an apology from Marsau about this picture. Listen, we're not going to... we're not gonna keep doing this with this picture. This is it. That's all. This is just the last one. Okay? Marsau's not gonna apologize for posting the picture because Marsau did exactly what Marsau planned to do, which is to call you out because your ass lied. Okay? Maurice, suck it up, Buttercup. Suck it up. Because even though I think Marsau was wrong for throwing you under the bus, Marsau is never gonna apologize for it because in his mind he's justified because you lied. The question is, would Marsau have still posted that picture if you had told the truth? Probably, because Marsau is Marsau. But now he has an excuse, and his excuse is, you wouldn't be mad, and it wouldn't be no problem if you ain't lie about it. So then Martel shows up, and Martel co-signs on Maurice and says, listen, I was petty for putting my little comments underneath, and my bad, I'm sorry about that. So of course Maurice is like, thank you. I can appreciate you apologizing to me. And Marsau was like, for real? That's what we doing? Like, that's how you really feel about it? So then they get to talking about Louis and Tiffany. And Marsau was like, listen, I don't feel it, because they were talking about at the reunion. And he was like, I don't feel like I did nothing wrong there either, because at the end of the day, you don't know me, you don't know nothing about my marriage, and you don't get to talk about my marriage. You don't get to pass judgment, you don't get to have an opinion, because you don't know me, and you don't know enough about me, and you don't know enough about my marriage, right? And so Martel was like, well, will you at least have a conversation with him, because I really don't know where all this animosity is coming from. Can you talk to him? And Marsau was like, I mean, I talked to him. I don't know what I need to talk to him about. I don't know what we need to talk about. But all right, if you want me to talk to him, I talk to him. So then Martel tells them that he's having his book signed and he wants to know if they can come out and support. Marsau can't come because I think he said it's his son's 15th birthday or something like that. And Maurice can't come because Maurice is going to be out of town on his honeymoon that's 3 years old. Okay? But listen, they say delayed, not denied. All right? So Martel talks about, that he hopes the kids will be able to make it. He not sure if Melody is going to let it happen. Now, I'm going to get to that at the end of this episode. We're going to get to that. So then we see Tiffany and Louis. And basically, Tiffany is recapping to Louis what happened at the slumber party and how her and Kimmy, cleared the air. But then here comes Stormy stirring the pot back up. And Stormy was feeling some kind of way. Now, they played that clip. Listen, production, I thought y'all was going to clear this up. What is the backstory? Why did Tiffany making that comment about something, not when I'm 12 years old? Did Stormy get arrested when she was 12 or something? Was she shoplifting down to the Piggly Wiggly? Like, what is the thing about 12 years, like, something happening when I'm 12? Because the minute she said that, Stormy got an attitude, and Kimmy was like, oh, you being mean. And I was like, oh, you getting smart, or whatever Kimmy said. So I was like, well, what is the correlation between something happened to somebody when they 12? Y'all gonna have to clear that up for me, because other than that, I don't understand the reaction. It doesn't make sense to me. Y'all gonna have to give me that. But neither here nor there. Tiffany said that she feel like her and Kimmy are in a good space. Then they talk about the Louis Marsau thing. And Louis was like, yeah, I talked to Marsau, but again, I ain't gonna let nobody talk to me crazy. Like, he don't know me. And Tiffany was like, but I've known Marsau for years. I've known him since he worked for Monarch or something like that. And Louis was like, exactly. Like, we've known him. So he not gonna sit here and act like don't nobody know him or act like he don't understand where I'm coming from. Like, we do know him. And so Louis is Louis, child. I don't know. Louis mad. He big mad. I don't know. We have a scene with Letitia in the churn and Marsau in the churn talking about where they're going on their trip. It seems as though they're going to take another trip to Africa. I guess Marsau went and laid the groundwork and he figured out where they want to go and where they don't want to go. So now they're going to go back and take the family. So they're having like a game night and they're talking about that. So then after that, Letitia and Marsau get to talking about what had happened last week with Letitia mama asking about the apartment, asking about all that other stuff. And basically, it was just Letitia's way of following up with the situation, the groundwork that her mama laid the foundation that her mama laid for her to try to come in and get some information about this apartment. And she was like, well, if you don't talk to Marsau about these things, what do you talk to Martel? Well, what are you talking to Martel about? What do you talk to your friends about? Like, any million of things they could be talking about. They could be talking about the football game. They could be talking about the basketball game. They could be talking about the weather. They could be talking about their businesses. They could be talking about their hoes. I don't know. But why are you acting like if he's not talking to Martel about a fake apartment, then what else are they talking about? Everything else? So then she was like, well, where do you think this rumor came from? And Marsau was like, I don't know, the same person that spread the rumor that I got 5 kids. So then he was like, listen, at the end of the day, I have a very recognizable vehicle. People know my car all over town. So if my car was parked at some apartment at all hours of the day and night, then that would have been out and people would have been known. Now, see, when people say stuff like that, that's when my ears perk up. Because then I'm thinking, oh, so you done figured out a way to get around that. So what you're doing is you probably got a little hoopty that you done bought, probably picked up for about $500-$600 that, you know, very inconspicuous, that you keep parked behind the lot. They just blend in with your workers' vehicles, and people just think it belong to one of your employees. And then you go in the front door, you go out the back door, and that's the car you use to get back and forth to the back cave that you share with Martel. See, that's how my brain would start thinking, because I feel like you were way too specific in what couldn't happen because of your car. And I was like, And Letitia was giving you the side eye too, but Letitia always giving you the side eye, but don't say nothing. So I don't. Moving on. So we see Melody and her daughter. Melody is running lines because she's auditioning, and she said that, you know, she takes her daughter for acting lessons because her daughter wants to get into acting, and how great it is that her daughter can run lines with her. Melody, I'm here for you, girl. You a hustler, and I ain't mad at you, okay? You make opportunity. You take advantage of the opportunities that have been given to you. I am here for it. But those lines you were running were a little underdeveloped. That's a nice way for me to say it. But from my understanding, you already got this part, this role that you was auditioning for. So go for it, girl. More power to you. And I look forward to seeing the finished product. I'm gonna just leave it at that. So then we see Maurice and Kimmy getting packed and getting ready to go on their trip. And once again, Kimmy is just like reiterating what happened at the slumber party. And she lets Maurice know that Tisha's cousin was there. And Tisha's cousin was actually joining in the conversation or talking shit about Tisha. And Kimmy's thing was, I felt like if we was going to talk about Tisha the whole time, we might as well invite Tisha to the damn party. Maurice told her, well, listen, take it slow. Don't get too far into that. Get all sides of the story before you jump in that. And she was like, oh no, I absolutely gonna get all sides of the story, because you know I'm a queen of that. You know, I don't jump in head first. I need to know what's going on. And so he says, but I think maybe you need to talk to the teacher. She was like, when I get back from my vacation. When I get back from my vacation, we can talk about it, okay? Until then, I don't know nothing about it, okay? I don't know nothing about that. Martel has a wine coming out. He had some samples. He had his mama taste them. Baby, his mama was mixing, matching, and drinking all the wines. So I don't know how she gonna tell nobody which wine she liked the best, because I don't think she know at this point. But go listen. I ain't mad at Martel, because last year this time, Martel couldn't even buy no new clothes. That's why he was wearing them mediums. Okay, he couldn't even buy no new clothes. But now Martel got books. You know, he got calendars. He making wine. I ain't mad at you. Something gonna stick. If you throw enough stuff at the wall, something will stick. So I'm here for it. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of it, okay? So last but not least, y'all, we see Martel at his book signing. We see his manager there. And he keeps talking about he hope the kids can come. He hope the kids can come. They got reserved seats for the kids. The kids are co-authors on the book. All of this stuff, right? Then we see Melody talking to her mama, and Melody, she said that they've had a couple of deaths in the family, and she's packing up the kids to go to her hometown so she could go spend some time with her family, mourn with the family, and take care of, you know, some family business as it relates to the deaths. I think she said a great uncle and an uncle passed. So my condolences. Um, and she said she's talking to her mama, and she said, "Listen, I don't know nothing about no book signing." Now, listen, to be fair, and this could be editing, but to be fair, I heard Melody say she didn't know nothing about no book signing. Then I heard Melody say she didn't hear about a book signing until the day before or 2 days before, where Martel was asking her, "Are the kids gonna have their hair done?" And maybe if she not gonna get it done, then he need to get it done. So listen, let me give you both sides of this coin, okay? First of all, it sounds like there was some miscommunication. Now, if you're going to co-parent, and I understand that Martel, your relationship with Martel may be very bad, and I understand that maybe Martel irks your soul, that maybe Martel picks at you. Like, I get all of those things, Melody. I do. But it sounds to me like y'all communication is horrible. Martel, if you cannot get Melody on the phone, and at this point, I would honestly, the way y'all relationship is at this point, I probably would do everything through email anyway. Because you know why? Because on the email, you can do a receipt. On the email, you can document dates and times. On the email, you can get your replies and keep it all in one place. Phone calls, you can't, not so much. Text messages, But an email is real easy, okay? But what I would have done was sent Melody an email however many weeks ago that you knew that this event was trying to happen. I'm giving y'all both sides, so before y'all get mad, let me finish, okay? You email Melody a full situation. This is what's going on. You know, me and the kids wrote a children's book. I put their names on it as co-authors. I'm having a book signing event. I was unable to schedule it the weekend that I have the kids for whatever reason. I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe the venue wasn't available. Maybe you read the calendar wrong when you paid your deposit and you can't get your deposit back. Whatever the situation is, say, Melody, I know it's your week, but I'm asking for a favor. Can we switch weekends? Because here's the reality, Mel. At some point in time, in the lifetime of y'all co-parenting, y'all got, the baby is what, 2 years old? You have another 16 years to do this co-parenting thing with Martel. Somewhere in that 16 years, you're going to need to switch weekends. You're going to need some grace. It's going to be his weekend when you have something for the kids to do that you can't reschedule, right? So, Martel, don't threaten her, because we know you don't know how to say shit. Just say, hey, in the future, if you ever need me to switch, I will be more than happy with no problems. If you could please just do me this solid. I really, really want the kids to be able to participate in this, because this is something I'm really trying to lay the foundation for their future, right? And then if Melody does not respond, then here you have two options. You can either reschedule it, or you know they not coming. Don't sit there like a lost puppy the whole event when every time somebody asks you where the kids are, you make it seem like, I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping they can make it. I'm waiting for them to walk through the door. Don't have their name in the reserved seat when you know their asses ain't coming. Don't do that, because now you're manipulating the whole situation, Martel. You making everybody, and here it is about, let's make Mel look bad. Now, if you had done the proper legwork and you had communicated with her in a timely manner, and if you had put it into play in a way that, listen, I know you're doing me a favor, but could you please? And she still didn't do it. It's her prerogative, but I would feel like, okay, Mel, you being a little petty. But it's definitely her prerogative. She don't have to do shit for you. It's not your weekend. But let's go to, now that's that side of it. But from the other perspective, Martel, why would you schedule something on the weekend you know you don't have your kids? It was your event. It's not an event that somebody planned for you and they invite. It's not like this is a pre-existing book club or pre-existing book fair. This is your event that you planned. It is a book signing for your book. Why in the world would you schedule it on a weekend when you know you don't have the kids? I feel like that's games. I feel like, Martel, here we go again with you playing these manipulation games. So now you're trying to make Melody look bad. Because I've seen it on different, blogs and Facebook groups. Oh, he could have let Mel have the kids. That's messed up. I mean, Mel could have let him have the kids. Mel was just being petty. Mel this and Mel that. No. This not on her. This is not on her. This is, because at first, before I saw the episode, I was like, oh, Mel. But no, if it wasn't even his weekend, no. No. And he did not properly communicate to her what the situation was and what he needed from her and why he needed it. Anyway, that was the episode, child. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Was Mel wrong? Was Martel wrong? Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.